and welcome to the What the Shuck podcast. We are joined by the absolutely incredible and magical Lindsay Lou, who just captivated the entire crowd in a really early set here at Bourbon Beyond, but nonetheless absolutely full of energy. Kind of walk us through what it's like getting to play an event like this, because it's a really big event.
Well, it's a little bit overwhelming when you first arrive, right? Because just getting around logistically, getting to where you need to be in the right spot with all of the things you need can be challenging, and it's a quick turnover, line checks, and so it's overwhelming. But yesterday it was really fun because I had my friends Maya DeVitri and Anthony DaCosta sit in, so it was like a sort of a traditional friend sit-in festival set, which was really fun. And then today it was our second set, so it just ran really smooth. The sound check felt smooth, and the set was so fun. Like I got off stage, and like you said, it was like a 1:45, so it was earlier, and you never know if people are going to be here that early. But it was full of people, and bright smiling faces, and some heavy tears and everything. It was really nice. It just felt like we were cruising, and it was our fifth set with this band over the last 5 days, and so it felt really, really smooth, and I felt so happy when I got off stage.
Your guitar player and mandolin player is absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
I was like, the energy was awesome the whole time, and but
Mimi is awesome. Mimi Naja.
Yes, like absolutely. What was her name?
Mimi Naja.
Mimi Naja melts faces off.
Oh yeah.
So. Oh, yeah. Obviously, you've got to do some really cool stuff playing music, and kind of like, what would be some of your top experience that you've had as a musician that have kind of meant a lot to you to be able to do? Obviously, you've got to play a place like Bourbon Beyond, but you've got to play all over America. So kind of fill us in on what some of your top experiences has been like.
Well, for a musician like me, Telluride Bluegrass Festival is sort of like the holy grail. And so I got to play Telluride, and stepping out on that main stage surrounded by mountains was breathtaking. It was really awesome. And, I sort of crashed the party last year. My boyfriend was booked there, so I just showed up as his guest, and I ended up sitting in with everybody. I almost had as many sit-ins as Sam Bush, which was the king of Telluride. So that was really awesome. And someone had to back out of a set, so I ended up, which always happens, if I show up at a festival and as a guest, something's going to go down, and I'm going to end up filling in for somebody. So I got to play at the Sheridan Opera House on Saturday night, and that was really special. Or maybe Sunday night. But, and then I would say probably besides that, playing in Tibet was one of the most incredible things I've ever done. They opened up their first sort of quote-unquote national park, and they threw a big music festival for the occasion. And so I got to fly out and play music in Tibet in these amazing Himalayan mountains, and then just spend the next week cruising around the country, and that was amazing.
I would imagine that that's literally like the most breathtaking view you've ever seen. You're talking about the mountains of Telluride, but I'm sure the views of Tibet are like unreal. I can't imagine going to a place like that. So fill us in on, do you have like any new music coming up? Do you have places that people can find this new music? And where are some events that people can actually find you coming up?
So I am releasing a full-length record, an LP called The Queen of Time, September 29th.
Okay.
I've got a few singles out, but the full thing drops at the end of the month. And it features some of my favorite musicians like Billy Strings and Jerry Douglas, my killer band, and my closest friends, Mimi Naja, Kyle Tuttle, Anthony DaCosta, PJ George, Alex Bice, Phoebe Hunt. It's a really special record for me. And that comes out, like I said, September 29th, and we'll be touring that record with Mimi and Michelle, the people you saw me play with today. We'll be touring the record all fall, all of 2024. I'm playing K-Fest outside of Nashville at the beginning of October, and I'm always at Winter Wondergrass, so I'll be there in Colorado and California. And then you can just find us. I've got a run coming up Asheville, Charlottesville, going up to Baygrass. There might be one other one in there that I'm missing, but yeah, I'll be all over the place. So just hit me up. You can find. I'm easy to find. You know, Google Lindsay Lou and you'll find me.
Something you said that I really love. You said, "Hey, maybe it takes like 10 of you. It takes each of you telling 10 of your friends, and I'll be on the main stage next year."
Yeah.
I would love to see that. Anytime that we get to see Bluegrass get a main stage, I really love that. I think that there's so many incredible artists like yourself that are making Bluegrass become more digestible and just make it to where it's more, I don't want to say mainstream because I hate saying that, but it's like there are some people who normally wouldn't have listened to Bluegrass that are starting to because of your skills and talents. So anytime we get to showcase that on a big stage like that, I'm all for it. So I'll help you do that if I can.
All right.
That's why it's cool doing stuff like this. I got 2 more questions for you, and I'll let you get out of here.
All right.
So obviously you probably know how to play like a million instruments if I had to guess, because every freaking bluegrass artist that I meet does that. They'll be like, "Oh, I don't know how to play this," and then I see them playing banjo, and they're like, I don't know how to play this or something.
Yeah.
They know how to play them all. So your music is really eclectic. You have a lot of sounds going on. You have a lot of really cool noise. So if you could describe your music as a cuisine or food, what would it be?
Well, someone once described my voice to me. Actually, most people will have described my voice to me as butter and honey.
Okay.
Which I really like.
I do like that.
But I would say if I was going to describe all of my music, it might be like a chocolate mousse dessert with like cayenne pepper in it. You know, like one of those Mexican hot chocolates.
Yeah,
mousse
mole
style.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're expecting some sweet dessert, but then you get a little spice.
Yeah.
I like where your head's at.
Yeah.
Have you ever had this dessert, or did you just come up with it?
I had 3 desserts yesterday.
3 desserts
They had
yesterday.
chocolate mousse, they had like an Oreo pudding situation, and they had peach cobbler, and
Okay.
I'm not going to say no to any of that.
I understand.
So I had all of them. It was good, but yeah, chocolate mousse is kind of on my mind. It wasn't spicy, but you gotta, you know, if it's my music is in the mix, then it's gotta have a little bit of spice.
Well, I feel like you're an imaginative and fun person, so I feel like you'll be able to easily answer this one. If you could play music with any mythical creature, any fictional character, any musical legend, they could be alive or dead, who would it be, and why would you want to play with them?
Well, mythical creature would have to be Falcor.
Okay.
For sure.
Who's that?
Falcor?
Falgor?
Falcor is like the white puppy dog flying dragon.
Oh,
Never-Ending Story.
That would be a great. What would he play? Like drums or bass? Like.
He might play everything, you know. He might just be like the band.
I forgot that that's the
and
band's
also
name.
he would sing baritone for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Do you think he would be on time to practice? Because he like flies. He could like show up almost late.
He might take a nap and miss rehearsal, but we can roll with it.
Well, Lindsay, I appreciate you so much. Where can everybody find your music? And also, I really appreciate you for coming on. So if you can fill everybody in, and if you've been listening to What the Shuck here from Bourbon and Beyond, I hope you all are really enjoying. And if you'll close us out.
Yeah, so you can hit me up, Lindsay with an A, Lindsay Lou, LindsyLouMusic.com. I'm on Spotify, I'm on Instagram, Facebook, all the things. Easy to find.
Well, I hope you
hit me up.
hope you get your tire fixed.
Thank you.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah. Here we are.
Yes, but I appreciate you so much, and I hope you all are enjoying these special episodes of What the Shuck. I hope you all tune in next time.